All right. Hello, how you doing? This is Eric. How is it going? This is Eric from AHA, Americans Helping Americans, one America at a time, one family at a time, one property at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. I got my hat on today, so I'm a little dressed down, but I'm here for Friday highlights. Do this every Friday or close to every Friday as much as we possibly can, unless something comes up and there's an event or something else, or we got to be out in the field. But today, it's already scheduled. So Friday highlights, we're going to talk about the Amplified Real Estate Show. I'm going to be your host for the Amplified Real Estate Show. We're going to talk about the pulse of real estate, what's going on in real estate. I do have some notes this time around here. I believe it's right here, a couple pages. I'm not going to go through it all. We're going to go through what I call the Reader's Digest version. So if you're old enough to know what that is, awesome. If you don't, it's okay. Awesome anyways. Check it out. It used to be a little magazine when I was growing up, about the size of a little pamphlet, right? And it was called the Reader's Digest. It was kind of like your TV guide. Believe it or not, we used to have TV guides back then, right? Where they come in and you'd buy the TV guide at the store and it'd have ads, it'd have horoscopes, and it's like a little magazine with all kind of like what you see on cable, right? So what's showing on cable? What's showing on on the TV or the streaming channels? But it'd be in your hand. It'd be a TV guide and a book, and you'd go, oh, 8 o'clock. What kind of movies are on? Pretty crazy shit. The Reader's Digest version was just stuff that you'd read, or if you're on the shitter, great little thing to read about some little stories and stuff and ads or whatever. But the Reader's Digest version means the small condensed version of whatever is going to happen. So it's just kind of like a little phrase. But I'm gonna get off that horse real quick in that bucket. But I got all my juice right here, so I'm fired up. It's beautiful February. Now, believe it or not, it's February. I can't even believe that's. We're already there. So we got another probably 2 months before the quarter's over. First quarter of 2025. So hopefully you're doing well. We're going to talk about some creative real estate investing. Obviously, I'm going to be your host. I'm Eric of AHA, Americans Helping Americans, and Amp Live, the American Mentee Program. Powered by Amp Live Media. And then sponsored by Amp Live, our VIP Execs Realty and Lending. So this is live, uncut. It's not edited. It's not a replay or anything. But I got some notes here. We're going to talk about a few things that are coming up, what's going on in real estate right now with creative real estate, a little bit of the traditional stuff as well with, listings and buyers and what's going on with brokerages and what's the good, the bad, the ugly. Just my opinion. Of course, it's my opinion. So, it is what it is. If you like it, if you like the information that I'm sharing with you, then definitely like, love, and do all that other good stuff. You can share it with others. You can also hashtag Get Erick Paul Live, Get Erick Paul Live for tons of videos. You can go to amplivemedia.com as well and figure out. So at Amplive Media, you're going to see, well, what the hell is creative real estate investing, right? What is real estate? How does it work? How can I get into it? What's the importance of it? I thought everything was just, hey, creative real estate. What exactly is that? What's sub to? What's subject to existing financing? What's subject to existing the existing loan, things of that nature, options, rent to own, lease options, all that good stuff. Anything that's created and that lives in the private sector, I would call it creative real estate investing. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up real quick so you can see my mug here. I got my AHA hat, Americans Helping Americans, boom, right there. Got my American shirt on for today. Was going to suit up. I had it all lined out and I said, I'm going to suit up. My cool black, it was actually a blue pinstripe suit. But figured we'll go cash today, and that's me in the back there at Amp Live. Definitely, we are looking for people. We're looking for people that have been beat up in the industry, that have pretty much looking for deals, trying to figure out the business, rocking and rolling in a bad way with shiny objects. You're like, man, I'm frustrated. I'm getting sick and tired. I've got deals, or every time I talk to somebody and it's supposed to be an investor, it's actually a newbie or wholesaler, or maybe they're not really buyers, and vice versa. Or you send deals to people and then they don't pan out because maybe you didn't do the numbers correctly, or maybe the numbers are good, but it's just not in a great area. There's a lot of reasons, right? And I do, first and foremost, appreciate everybody out there who's sending stuff our way. I do appreciate it. Keep on sending it. Now, not every deal is going to be a deal, but deals are created and made, right? They just don't pop onto your plate. Unless you're pushing a lot of volume, then you can cherry pick. We're not cherry picking. We're just trying to go through deals that fit our business model in regards to either cash flow, fix, flip, buy and hold, or is it, based on, an exit strategy of Airbnb? Is it going to be assisted living, maybe some autism houses, or, some type of co-living type of program? Just depends on the demographics. So in real estate, here's a pro tip for you, right? Real estate, yeah, it is location. So that's what we're looking for. How much is it going to cost to get into? Can we cash flow it if it doesn't go right? Or is that the exit strategy that we're going to go after? And I'm talking about single family properties. If it's multifamily, totally different jam. Definitely send it down our wire or down the wire. We'll take a look at it. We'll underwrite it. We'll get you an offer within 24 to 72 hours if it makes sense. But I'm also going to have a lot of questions. So be prepared to answer those questions. If you're not, then yeah, it's going to be hard to do a deal. So we're not doing stuff sight unseen unless even then it's still going to be contingent upon inspection, right? Because I've done it. I've said it before. Hey, wrote it up. They said the house is awesome. It's great. It's livable. You write it up and go view it one time with the contractor and some bitch is burned down, or it's all jacked up, or it's a hoarder house, right? And you're going, shit, this is not going to work out. We got to negotiate that price and change it. So we either change it, and I don't like backpedaling. That's what you call backpedaling. You write an offer, and some do it on purpose. They'll write an offer, and they know they're going to backpedal and try to, get them down or get the price down on purpose. They just want to get the contract locked up and then start working the owner or the seller. I don't like doing that. Let's be upfront. We'll negotiate. We'll rock. I call it the art of the deal, right? The Amp Live method. And I was thinking about that yesterday and going, well, what makes us different? What makes one company or one person or one salesperson different from the other? And that was a great question because it was brought up onto the table. And then I started thinking about it. And then just in discussions, we're having discussions for our, American Mentee program that we're going to be launching. Like, I'm not going to lie, get them out there, scrap them, or release them limited to a limited amount, and then boom, pull back. With the one-on-one mentoring program, it is a selection process, and we're going to keep that as always because we want to be working with hot rock and roll people and vice versa that are hungry. They can punch their way out of a paper bag, right? That really want this business because I know what it took for me when I was super hungry and I made a decision and I made a commitment to do it and never give up and stop. And you'll achieve it. You get a taste of it, and then you get addicted, right? So, oh, man, I hope I don't lose something. I got to do something real quick. Hopefully we don't lose you, but it's probably going to die. Shit. Damn it. That's what happens when you go live, huh? Are you still there? Yep, still there. Okay. Let me plug this bad boy in. Had to move this and make sure because otherwise the computer's going to die. Will we get it? Are we going to make it? Boom, there it is. Live and uncut. We are plugged in. We are golden. As my dad used to say, hey, the gods are with me. H2O. I think that's alkaline or spring water. Not sure. Not that you care, but you should. Water's the elixir of life. All right, so check this out. Rock and Roll Amp Live Real Estate Show. I'll be your host. Today is Friday, so I'm going to put this up here for Friday highlights. Helping fellow Americans throughout the United States of America. It's the Amp Live Real Estate Show powered by Amp Live Media, Broadcasting, Marketing, and forgot what the hell the tagline was. But yeah, it is what it is. Broadcasting, marketing, and what else we got? I'm not cracking open a beer here, so don't worry. I don't drink, so I'm not all sauced up. Just all Red Bulled out, yeah. A little bit of Red Bull. I think this is leche coffee latte or something like that. I'm not sure what it was. But let me get back to task at hand here, getting all ADHD out. But Friday highlights, you can scan this QR code right here to book some time. You're going like, what the hell? Why would I want to book some time with you, man? Well, first of all, if you're spinning your wheels and you're stuck, we're looking for you, right? So as far as wanting to do some business together and rock and roll and do deals. So that's the new thing, right? For 2025, we're adapting. Same thing as the current administration, right? Warp speed, everything. Because I know when I first got started, I took a lot of time. Make sure that this was perfect, this was perfect, this was perfect, everything was perfect. And it took a lot longer. It took like 18 months to get done. And that's from not knowing anything about this business. And, website, built it out. Then I had to hire people. Then the other website. Then I go, no, yes. But at least I had an idea. And then I launched it and tested it. And it kind of like grew. Like, I guess it's like getting into a band. And you're interviewing people, auditioning people, drummers, guitarists, bassists, until you find the right vibe. At least you know what you're looking for as far as the type of band. And then you start looking for those musicians. You try it out. You rehearse a little bit, see if there's some magic, and you go, boom, I think we're onto something. It's the same thing that I did with real estate, but I studied. Nothing happens unless you have the desire and you have the want and the belief system. You have to believe, because if you don't believe it, nobody else is going to believe it. You're going to fail. It's just the way it is, right? That's why a lot of people fail in this business or any business or anything. And I've been reading a little bit about, some Dan Kennedy stuff and Russell Brunson. I get that's totally different. What does that have to do with real estate? But it's marketing. You're in the business of real estate and marketing yourself, marketing your brand. But after thinking about all this, I'm going to share this with you, is that, when you put out a program, why is it different? How is it different? Are you selling or marketing anything different than the others as a real estate agent? That's why they call it the unique selling proposition or something of that nature, right? And we're going, well, why would I want to go with this agent instead of this agent? And when I got started, it was all about, the real estate agents. And even today, it's a little bit different now, but it's still, hey, why, the agent that says, I am the rock star. I've done this many deals and this, and I got a team and all this other good stuff. And I'm like, well, okay, cool. Let's have a chit chat. Who am I going to be dealing with? You, your whole team, or what's going to happen? Are you cool, or you're an asshole, or you're a biatch, or what? So that's what matters, the customer service or the connection. And then what can they deliver for me, right? Is it better to go with someone who's really hungry or somebody that's just going to put me in to the vat and throw me in and go, boom, get me out. As long as if I get my stuff done, then cool, right? But how's that process going to be? So when I got started, it's like, what makes me different as an investor, right? Why should a seller go with me over this major brand or this other brand or this mom and pop brand or this brand that don't have a brand, right? It's just a card that says I'm an investor and it's green and it's ugly and all that other good stuff, right? Or they don't have a website, or maybe they do, or maybe they don't care. They're just saying, hey, right, I got money, or I don't have money, or whatever. So when I was thinking about all this, I go, how is it different, right? How do we do things differently? Let me put this back up here. Let me see. I'll get back to this real quick. Type this in real quick. Sorry. Okay. So it did come down to, look, leads, creative real estate investment, how to get off-market leads. Now, it's even something like this. Even if it's a product like Surfing for Deals, we have Surfing for Deals. Why is it different? Is it different than others? Sure, everything's a little bit different than everything that's out there. But getting back to that and going, well, where's the core at? Even when we launched AMP Live, the American Mentee Program, I said it has to be different. How are we different? Well, do we really do deals with investors and newbies and mentees? Let's call it straight across the board. Everybody's a mentee. I don't even like using the word student, right? Because it's not a student. I'm not at the chalkboard with the video and the PDF saying this is what you need to do. Go do it. And then come back and we're going to grade you. It's like, no. We're going to get in this class. I'm going to show you. And we're going to work together. And then we're going to go out into the field to rock. We're going to get on the phone to rock. We're going to talk to sellers to rock. But before we do that, there's a little boot camp. Kind of like when you go into the military, right? Like the Marine Corps here in Camp Pendleton. I think it's 30 days or whatever it is. You got, boot camp. If you make it through boot camp, awesome. But they're going to hammer you and break you down. And it's not about breaking you down, but you got to learn the rules of the game. Then you got to be able to get through that boot camp. Because if you can get through that, then you can probably handle the rest of it that's coming down the wire. That's the problem with most people. They'll buy a program for $500, $2,000, $10,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $80,000, $100,000. I've heard all the way up to $150,000, and it doesn't work for them. Or they went forward and just wasn't enough. They didn't get exactly what they thought they were going to get. Maybe it was coaching calls, and they said, well, I need more than coaching calls. I need you to help me work this deal together. Can you help me with the deal? 9 times out of 10, nobody does that in the industry. They don't want to do that, okay? First and foremost, it's not ATM money. They'd rather sell you a bunch of videos, a bunch of PDFs, Facebook group with the blind leading the blind, and just gather that and let everybody else kind of coach and mentor and hire coaches and stuff. I get it. That's cool. And it's an awesome business model, and it works, right? Just having the community is powerful, but at the same token, if you want to take your business to a new level, that's not going to work for you, right? You're gonna get stuck. Then you're gonna have to move over and either work with somebody who's willing to work with you exclusively, like what we're looking for. And if you're an agent, broker, newbie, seasoned investor, business person, or your business owner of some sort, mom, dad, cousin from 18 to 80, doesn't matter where you're at in your life, just knowing that you have the commitment. As long as you have the commitment, we want to work with you, right? When you show up to the party, we want to work with you. And you're able to have some faith and take that leap of faith, right? And just do, right? Execute. Do and execute. Do and execute. Then we talk about that and we go, oh, until you get your aha moments. And then we go, okay, yeah, then you understand. Because when you get your aha moments, you're going to go, there's a trigger. And then it happens. You're going, oh, I guess he was right. They were right. This is working. Then everything else starts falling into place. Is it always going to be easy peasy? Of course not, right? And when you start anything, it takes time. But I will promise you this. Instead of 3 to 5 years becoming an expert in this real estate investing business, guarantee you within the next 6 months, and you're going, well, 6 months, man, I want a 30-day, I want a 5-day, I want to do a deal in 7 days or 6 months, or not 6 months, but 6 weeks, or maybe 3 months. The bottom line, it doesn't matter when you do a deal. What matters is understanding the concepts, understanding and practicing and drilling, just like even we got the Super Bowl coming up, right? Them sons of bitches didn't get there by just doing. They all had coaches and mentors. They did training and drills and training and drills. They went up against each other and then teams to get where they are to do the Super Bowl. The goal is to get you guys to the Super Bowl, right? Guys and gals. And the Super Bowl is doing a freaking deal. And then another one, rinse and repeat, drill till you can become what? The expert. My goal is, look, I'm a sub-2 master expert, creative real estate investing expert. It's what I do. It's what I love. Negotiating deals and moving in on single family, multifamily, or whatever it is, it does not matter as long as we can come into a meeting of the minds, right? That's the main thing. And a lot of people, it is what it is. People have egos, or they don't understand, or they're too high and technical, not high as kite, just technical. I deal with a lot of different flavors of human beings, of people, right? Of fellow Americans throughout the United States of America. They talk to thousands of people every year. So you get to know people, including this business. So if you like people and you like houses and you like your freedom, this is a perfect business for you. So my thing is this, getting back to it, right? We're getting back to what? How do we have something different? Why are we different? Why is Amp Live different? Why is Americans Helping Americans different than any other program out there, or period, or any other company that buys properties? It's the art of the deal. It's called sales. I hate to say it, but it's sales 101. High trust selling with direct selling, you put them together. We call it the Amp Live method. That's what works. You have to understand your client. You have to understand your seller. You have to understand your investor. You have to understand your buyer. If you do not, then how are you going to sell to them? If you don't believe it, then no one's going to believe it, and you're going to fall flat. You're not going to close anything. It's about, yes, being a closer. Now, you got your aggressive closers, your car salespeople closers, your pest control closers, your roofing contractors and contracting, different personalities, right? Depends on the personality that you are. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you this. It doesn't matter what freaking personality you are. I can share with you and teach you how to sell with high trust selling, direct selling, and putting them together. And I can help you. I can definitely help you with the art of the deal and understanding the mechanics and psychological tie downs of working in this business. It's almost like having a crystal ball. And I did mention that earlier. I'm going to share my crystal ball with you today with the Erick Report and what's going to transpire in the future with properties, with the pre-foreclosures, short sales, NODs, NOTs, notice of trustees, all that good stuff, and what's probably going to happen to the market coming up, along with single family and multifamily. Right now, it's just my opinion. But when you look at cycles and trends, you start seeing cycles and trends, and you put a couple of things together with the economics and supply and demand and what's happening in the current economy to decide what may or may not happen, okay? Acts of God don't count, but they do happen anyways, right? Acts of God or created acts of God. I won't go too far into that. But when you're looking at that, you go, well, what makes this person different from this person, right? And let's call it, investor one and investor two. Investor one goes in, rocks the deal, and says, hey, they just going for it. And they, for whatever reason, maybe they got a script, maybe they don't have a script, maybe they're wholesaling, or maybe they are good at creative real estate investing and maybe done some deals depending on the levels. But let's call them, say, both the same type of level, right? This one goes in, doesn't get the deal because maybe they wanted a wholesale, and then they try to throw some seller finance on the table. They weren't versed enough, and they scared off the seller. This one, decided to do what? I'm going to drill. I'm going to work this. I'm going to understand the art of the deal. I'm going to understand that I need to become the expert in what I say and what I do, according to the magical words through AHA, America's How, America's Amplified, and myself, right? And what we do here, right? The American Mentee Program, because I hate to call them magical words, but it's a trip, right? But it is. They just work that way. This seller is not going to hear what's happening with this one. Over here, number two, says kind of the same stuff. They're going towards the same stuff. Maybe it's a wholesale deal, but then they're going to go and maneuver into a sub-2 deal. And how they do it is different from the first one. How they flow on the phone, how they work the appointment, how they work the house. Do they go belly to belly, or do they work a deal on the phone because it's another state or two? It's too far to go. The process is different. Everything's different, right? Even the words and how they say them and how they understand and relate to the seller, right? Because you can be the best salesperson in the world. To adapt to a certain another type of selling or product, that'll take a little bit of time, right? But it can be done if you listen and follow directions, right? And follow and feel what's going on here. So by looking at that, you're going, hey, this one doesn't get in the door, but this one all of a sudden gets in the door. Like, oh my God, how did that happen? They got a sub-2 deal, right? But all they want to do is sell this seller over here I just want to sell. The seller, period, right? I just want to sell the property. I want cash. But now they're going, you know what? I don't need all that cash. I just need a couple of bucks. I need some money to do what I need to do. I'm willing to do this sub-2 thing or whatever, and it's been said many times, hey, you guys are pretty slick. And it's not to pull the wool over anybody's eyes, but you come in, it's the same thing. It's the art of the deal, and it's woven different. The bottom line is over here, they want cash. They're going to get their cash. Over here, they want cash, and they're going to get their cash, but in a different way. That's according to what they want, based on the nuggets that are dropped the back of the door. And then they start regurgitating that stuff and digesting it and then spitting it out to this mentee right here, or the person expert, the art of the deal, right? Investor number two. And all of a sudden, you got to remember, drop that ego. It's a pro tip. Drop the ego. It's their idea, even though you drop the seeds into the back of their mind. And as they're chit-chatting, going, you know what? If you guys can do this, and this, which are seeds that were dropped in the back of their mind, and then they start selling you, you got an awesome, juicy deal. Your work is done to a degree. All you got to do is keep rolling and close, okay? And keep moving forward. But the first one's not going to understand that. One, they're probably going, why is it? Why is this first one and the second investor makes it happen, but this first one doesn't? Well, one is the consistency, the tenacity, the faith in themselves, their, work ethic. Right? How many hours is this one spending and this one? Guarantee you this one spent a lot of hours drills, working, drills. This one, whenever happens here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there, and then when they get into it, they hit it hard. They see some traction. This one's consistent like a freaking machine, right? And the machine is the one that gets the freaking deal because they are the experts. They're becoming the experts. My goal is to help you become a creative real estate investing expert, a sub-2 expert, wholesale. It doesn't matter because creative real estate is the umbrella. You don't have, it's not about, you're mastering all these. No, it's one thing. It's creative real estate investing. Wholesaling, it's part of the jam. There's levels to all this stuff, right? At the end of the day, as they say. But everybody starts wherever they want to start. It's usually a bird dog, then a wholesaler, then You get into a little fix and flips and buy and holds, and then you start going, man, I got to stretch out my dollars. I got to learn leverage, right? Because I already used up the bank dollars, and I used up the hard money dollars. I used up that and this and credit cards. Man, I need to figure out how to work some leverage here. That's fine. But let's get back to what makes AMP Live and the American Mentee program special, or just the people who are in that number 2 position right here, right? Not number 1. Number 2 is going to rock deals, and they're going to have a higher chance of success than the first one because of consistency, listening, understanding, muscle memory, and becoming the expert faster than we're going to use the word. Yes, we're going to use the word warp speed, right? Save 3 to 5 years of spinning your freaking wheels or getting to that point and going, you know what? I think this is what I need. I need a mentor, or I'm going to spend the money to get a mentor finally, right? Because I know I need it, but you already spent tons and tons of cash before you even got to that point. You spent it anyways. Hindsight's 2020. We've got people who said that, man, if I knew you 2-3 years ago, I just would have came to you and I would have saved me a bunch of money. No, because you were at that point anyways. You wouldn't have spent the money. You spent a little bit of money, but you weren't prepared, right, for what was going to drop onto the table. You needed to get beat up along the way and get your butt kicked along the way and shiny objects and all kinds of stuff to figure, man, okay, this is what I need now, and then actually finding it. So that's a godsend because there's not a lot of me's around out there. There's not a lot of AHAs, Americans Helping Americans, and AMP Live Media's type, businesses and people in the culture that we have, right? Because we truly, not that anybody else does not care. There's a lot of them that do, and there's some that just don't give a shit, or some that are just very inexperienced, okay? But let's get back to the 2, right? So the goal here is to turn you into the expert. As long as you show up to the party, 90% is showing up to the party, right? As Cardone says, it is true. He's a little bit of the, harder type of sales guy, which is fine. You use it when you need it. The art of the deal, right? Trump does his style, right? Cardone has his style. Wolf of Wall Street has their style, right? Everybody has their different type of style, but the principles are the principles, right? You have to become the expert in doing this. And that's what we're here, is to chop off those 3 to 5 years and break it down to maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Our goal within the next 12 months is to get you up and running with your business. So you have your brand, you have your marketing flowing. If you're going to scale up and build a team, acquisitions, dispo, marketing, and all that good stuff, lead coordinator, then great. If it's just going to be you and your family or you and your wife, that's fine too. And maybe it's part-time, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is that you should learn it, right? It's just like the stuff in America, right? If people knew what was happening right now with the current administration, right, and what happened to the last administration, what happened in the last 30 years, which I'm not going to get into politically, but we all got our opinions, okay? So there goes the voice again. Interesting. Usually I can yap and yap. I know when I played rock and roll, I'd be able to scream my ass off and sing and growl and all that good heavy metal rock and roll stuff for like hours and hours and hours. Once again, it comes down to muscle memory, comes down to practice, comes down to drilling and strengthening your muscle. What the hell? Damn it, right? Must be some paranoia in the air. But let's get back to things to share with you. But my point is this, is that putting anything out there, you can. Anybody can put products out there, put courses out there, put programs out there, but they got to be backed by truths. They got to be backed by stuff that works, right? And becoming the expert is the most powerful thing, because once you become the expert and you become the expert in your field, nobody can take that away from you. That's like the strongest thing and the biggest thing I ever got from working with my mentors, or learning the business and then figuring out, hey, that nobody can really take the stuff that I've learned away. What the hell is that? Shit, okay. So got the zoom.
Turns out oatmeal can make your glucose spike.
Okay. That's the YouTube. All right. So we're just rocking and rolling here, right? Live and uncut. So this is the real deal. I got some things I want to say, some public service announcements. I believe next Saturday, if you're in California, got my boy. He wants to go out and knock on some doors. I got a few other peeps that want to make some phone calls with the leads that are coming down the wire, because we got campaigns that are rolling for pre-foreclosures, NODs, NOTs in Southern California, all the major counties here, and also in, running some stuff in Texas and Missouri. So with that said, if you're in Southern California and you want to learn, definitely show up. We'll show up at the office, or maybe it's going to be at a coffee shop or a restaurant of some sort. That's cool too. We can get a little chow and get together and we'll do a little training based on where you're at in your career, or maybe you're awesome and you're like, man, I'm a sales dude, or I need a little bit of help, or a sales girl and I need a little bit of help. Then definitely let's connect and get together and we'll go out into the field and we'll rock and roll. Those are always fun because all kinds of weird stuff usually happens with sellers and dogs. Don't worry, don't get all freaked out, oh my God, dogs and guns and this and that. Things are a little bit different. People are more cordial, understanding. At the same token, there's always going to be some a-holes, and that's just the way it is, right? That's the way the world works. 1 to 3% are a-holes, the other 97% are good, honest fellow Americans that need help, okay? And at the same token, we're going to share all the things that we would share if you're working with us as a one-on-one mentor program, but just for that day, and hopefully it helps you, and we'll make some friends, and we'll break bread, and hopefully do some deals. That's the goal, is to do some deals, right? And learn. You're probably saying, well, why would anybody do that for free? Or why would they just spend the time? Well, why not, right? I always say, and I got this, and don't take offense of it, but there's OPM, other people's money, other people's efforts, other people's clients, other people's resources. That's a Dan Kennedy lick, quoted by, not verbatim, but hey, it's true, right? That's just part of the business. That's that. So we're going like, hey, we got some bodies, cool. You want to go knock on some doors and we rock some deals? Great, let's do it. If not, that's okay. There's always going to be somebody who wants to learn. There's always going to be somebody who wants to come in and just ride the curtails of someone else so they can learn. That's what I did. I'd ask, hey, can I go? As long as I bring value, shit, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do whatever, right? I'll wash your car, man. No. Just so I can get in and listen. Listen. That's the most powerful part, is listening, and then analyzing, and then digesting, and then executing, and rocking and rolling. It's called muscle memory. That's how athletes rock. That's how musicians rock. If you got any ounce of talent with somebody working with you, that's going to take you to another level. Promise you that. That's my promise to you. It's our cause and mission through AHA, Americans Helping Americans, is to help all our fellow Americans, one America at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. It's a lovely, lovely thing that's happening. There'll be some links and stuff like that. We're definitely looking for people. It's a selection process. And if it's a good, it's a simple call. How easy can it be? Right? You get on the phone, we talk, we chat, we see if we're a good fit. If we are, boom. We'll mentor you, coach you, help you build your business, and then make it a reciprocal thing for the future. For as long as you're around, we'll work with you, right? Or not. Taking off? Okay. So, it's a beautiful thing. Nobody does it, even if there's hybrids of it, or some people say they do. But we've been at it for a long time. I'm a stubborn person. I keep on rocking and rolling, keep on doing what I need to do, whether it's the right thing or not. I should say for myself. For others, sure. But that's my analogy, or I guess analyzing the difference between what's out there and a product, let's say, than what I believe in and what we believe in, right? And how do you put that in videos and PDFs and all that good stuff? You can put the basis, it's like the basis or foundation of how do I build a house? Read it, study it, but you're not going to learn unless you are with somebody that's going to show you, hey, don't do that. Plus, you're going to learn, I hate to say it, right? Little cheats. And it's not trying to cheat on the system or cheat on building something, right? It's just that you're going to learn stuff from experience. Don't do that and do this and do that. You do it this way, you'll learn instead of going through the experience of getting beat up through the process. When you're working with somebody saying, here's my process, here's the process, this should work for you. And you're going to save 3 to 5 years of spinning your wheels and getting beat up and losing tons of money on this deal, that deal, and all kinds of crazy stuff, or coaching. Not saying that it's not bad. I went to something with the Cardone thing, met some awesome people. They're making hundreds of millions of dollars and all that good stuff. And, some other, people that do marketing, and, they all have their story. Everybody has their story. But in its simplest form with that is like, take the advice, I say, go for it. Go to events. I don't like going to events, but you got to go out to your events and get your, get the OPR, right? Other people's resources, other people's clients, other people's money, other people's resources, right? Go make some friends. You're going to meet some players and some ballers. Awesome. Get in the jam, right? Because I guess it's the same thing. And I don't know why I didn't think of it. I just don't like, going out there and, doing that stuff. But it's part of the jam. It's part of what I do with the training and mentoring stuff. Even if it's real estate stuff, right? We're going to meet people and, because so many people come and go. Newbies. 80% are all newbies, right? Well, a lot of those clubs and meetups are even going to the big seminars and stuff and hoopla. That's cool. But you got to network. I get it. Got to network, got to do your thing out there. And, the personalities are what they are at the end of the day. It's no different than when I was in the music business. You got to go. You go to this party, go to that party, go to this event, go to that event, go to this, whatever is playing or whatever, backstage here, meeting musicians and sessions, all that good stuff, right? It's just getting intertwined in it all, So that's 2025. Get in, gear up, get suited up, right? Put that on, put the suit up of rock and rollness. My goal is to help you build and put on your superhero suit. What do we got here? Is that I saw a little darkness there. We plugged in. I think we plugged in up. Oh, it came out. Wow, what a trip. Oh, the shit that happened. That was interesting. Oh, I must have pulled it out. Man, we're just technically rocking and rolling with some stuff here, right? So let's keep on going. We're at 36 minutes. I'll go for about another 10 minutes. I'm going to share some stuff with you. This is awesome. Creative real estate investing, how to get off-market deals. Now, I prefer off-market deals. 99% or 97% are off-market. I prefer to have off-market because we can go and control a lot of those leads, control the narrative, control the deals. But at the same token, it's cool. We're taking on more and more people that are saying, hey, I got deals. Cool. And it seems like there's a trend where they're getting, we're spending a little bit more time learning, right? And understanding how to break down deals. And we're also seeing a trend where more want to do multifamily. Yeah, I want to get into multifamily. I want to do multifamily. So that trend is happening. And that's fine. It's okay to jump on trends and do that, right? But be prepared. In other words, build the foundation, as they say, right? Build the foundation of the house, the foundation of your 7-story or 100-story building. There's certain ways of building certain things. A house is different than a commercial building. 100-story or 70-story building is different than a house, right? So, it's all relevant to a degree, but the principles are the same. You got to get in, become the expert, or learn from some experts and then jump in. That's what we have to offer you at the end of the day. So I'm going to keep on rolling here. Once again, I'm Eric from Americans Helping Americans. One America at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track. There'll be some links next week on Saturday if you want to get out there and rock and roll and knock on some doors, make some phone calls. Let's do it. You can meet us at the office or at probably a restaurant somewhere. And if it is at the office, then cool. That means we're going to be in-house and we're going to make phone calls. Then we're going to go out into the field. But we got to have a game plan, right? You just can't go in there and say, here you go, I'm going to make as they say, a word salad, right? Throw it all in there and go, what the hell is that? You're going to get what you're going to get. No, there's a process to it. We want to make our salad a certain way. We want things to be delivered a certain way. We want people to have a certain feeling when we're talking with them, and everybody's on the same base when we're talking with sellers and working with sellers based on your experience and other people's experience. So there is a method to the madness, right? A little unorthodox sometimes some people think, but it works, okay? So master, that's it. Real estate investing strategies with, yes, the sub 2 master. That is me. We can go ahead and book right there. Book some time. Scan that QR code. Let's chat. Let's talk. And I will put this up here. It is what it is, right? Most fail in real estate without a mentor or mentorship. It's not, I shouldn't say mentorship, but a mentor. It's it happens. It just takes longer. As long as you have tenacity and you do not give up, you'll be successful sooner or later. It just happens. It's like with time. As I always say, when people are rocking and rolling, maybe in music, and they go, oh man, that was an overnight sensation. Well, that overnight sensation was 15, 20, 25 years of hard-ass fucking work and busting their ass and playing in front of nobody, and then all of a sudden everybody, right? Or eating top ramen or fucking not eating at all and traveling across the United States or the world to follow their dreams and aspirations and pay the piper. But keep on rocking and rolling, right? It's the same thing. Probably going, well, gee, so I don't want to do all that just to do real estate. That's just a metaphor, right? But scan that QR code right there. Lock in your one-on-one mentoring. We're still honoring 2024. It's actually 2023 mentoring for the onboarding process and the hard costs for 2024. It always goes up, and then we are 2025 has gone up again, right? But we're going to honor it for February. So we'll go ahead. You scan that QR code. We're only looking for a handful of peeps, right? We're going to work with you exclusively. We're going to help you build your business. We're going to do done with you, done for you, depending on where you come in and at your level of expertise or not. And it'll be done with you, done for you in regards to setting up your business and setting up your brand. You piggyback on the national brand. We'll get you up and running. Usually within 2 weeks to 4 weeks, you're talking to sellers, you're feeling good, and we're looking at sellers and working deals and writing offers. If it takes you 60 days, so what? It takes you 90 days, so what? It took me 4 months to get my first deal, so I'm a little slow learner, I guess, right? And then it took another 16, 18 months just to build out the systems and the websites and what contracts I want to use and links and then the process and all this stuff that we share with you, proprietary stuff that we share with you to help you build your business so you're not trying to reinvent the wheel. In our one-on-one mentoring program, scan that QR code, lock in your spot for February. Like I said, we're only looking for a handful of people for Feb. And after that, we'll be done probably for this quarter. I'm going to go ahead and share this with you. Real Estate Domination Limited Time Webinar. That is coming up as soon as Sweden gets it all lined out. Now, there might be a link down below. It might say from last month. It might be updated. I don't know. We'll see. But the bottom line is that it's going to be February 19th. Okay, it's the Creative Real Estate Domination live meetup and networking event. Where we touch bases in person, or it'll be streamed live, and you can watch and listen, Q&A, all that good stuff. Right? I'm going to share creative real estate investing with you, how to dominate your area in your own backyard. Because I always say, if you can't do deals in your own backyard, how are you going to do deals somewhere else? If you can't go belly to belly with the seller and lock up some deals, we got some issues, right? And you can't say, well, I'll just hire somebody. I'll hire an acquisition person. I'll hire a dispo person. I'll hire a VA to make those phone calls for me. All shit ideas. Excuse my French, but it happens. I'm being honest with you, right? Unless you're in sales and you're building. I've had a couple of guys and gals go, I've been in sales and I did this and I was kick ass at that and that. They found out this is a little harder, a little bit different jam. They try to bring the same processes and systems to the game, and it just doesn't work out or pan out the way they thought it would, but it is what it is. Or jumping into something with not really understanding, thinking they can master it within months or weeks. I can tell you, yes, you can, but you got to listen. You got to have some faith. You can't be, as they say, right? You got to become a awesome follower before you can become a great leader. And if you can't follow, then you're never going to be able to lead. If you can't follow, you're never going to learn. You're going to be stubborn and keep on restart. I'll do it this way. I do it that way. I'll do it my way. Fuck all that. I don't like the way you're doing it. That's cool. Just get in. Do your thing. And then you can rebuild the mousetrap later on. Now, there's some people that just get in, they gobble it all up, and then disappear. Boom, they go do their own shit. That's cool too, right? Not a big deal. And then some are just say, it's not for me. And then others are like, man, I love this. Fuck, I'm fired up. I was like, I'm addicted. Right? Thank you very much. I appreciate everything you've shared with me. You're telling me things and sharing stuff with me and helping me get deals. And above all, after I spent 5, 10, 15, 20, 30,000 bucks over here in 6, 7, 8 months to a year and a half, nothing's happening. But over here, less than 30 days, we're rocking. 60 days, we're rocking, right? That's the goal. The goal is byproduct is doing deals with you, right? That's what we're here to do. Okay, so scan that QR code, lock in your spot. Tomorrow we got Saturday training. So watch this video backwards, forwards, save it. I'm always dropping golden nuggets, or while I'm having these chats, listen and read between the lines because they're powerful, pro tips or just messages that are subliminal, maybe verbally here, but subliminally I'm talking to you. And hopefully you understand that, and hopefully you grab it and it hits your subconscious. Eventually it's going to trigger and hit your conscious. And sooner or later you'll be watching this stuff, and maybe 6 months, a year, you go, oh, aha moment happens, no pun intended from AHA, but you'll get an aha moment, and you go, shit, now I understand what the hell he's talking about. Thank you, Eric. Awesome. Thank you guys at AHA. Beautiful. You believed in me. Thank you, when nobody else would. That's the beauty of what we do, right? It's more intimate. There's a smaller core, and I like it that way. The other stuff, yeah, 6-week program, coaching program, sure, right? All the stuff that's gonna, eventually I need this one and this one. As long as it gets you into our ecosystem and you buy it and you like it, great. If you don't like it, tell us why you don't like it so we can make it better. Please do. Feedback is always welcome, right? And then keep on building. Because I don't want to put anything out. I don't want to put anything out there that's shit, right? Are you going to get all the golden nuggets and every little piece and micro piece that you need for the puzzle on videos? No. PDFs? Maybe. There's more written. You can read it. You can put more in there. You got to study it. It's longer. Working with others? Sure. But everybody's a little bit different. You can have a program. It's kind of like, goes like, here's the analogy, right? You got a message, then you whisper it to somebody, then you whisper it to somebody. By the time it hits 3 or 4 people, the message is totally different. It's diluted. There's no longer the AmpLive method and the AmpLive program is no longer that. So, I'm particular about that. Maybe I'm stubborn about that because I want it to go from this person. And if you're going to drill it in and work it, drill it into it hits the subconscious mind till you hit a trigger and it's in your conscious mind and you believe it as part of your core, right? Then you can deliver it to somebody else. Yes, it'll be a little bit different. It's going to have your own flavor, but the principles and everything else will be there, right? My goal is to put that, yes, in a coaching program, videos, PDFs, all that good stuff, right? So it can definitely touch you and connect with you. And then when we're here and you need some help, we're here, okay? So that's the difference. But with the one-on-one, nobody does what we do. I can guarantee that. Saturday training tomorrow. Put that back up for you. Saturday training tomorrow. We're going to get into NODs, NOTs, Liz Pendens. There's a young lady. Give her a shout out. I think it's Shannon in Texas or whatever. She's doing like partial claims. Pretty interesting stuff for all the government, FHA, USDA, and like VA loans and things of that nature to help with pre-foreclosures and slowing them down, stopping them or whatever. Besides the traditional BK stuff that people will do. Interesting. So, and I guess she's, having a little bambino. So hopefully she's doing good. There's some other peeps out there that want to do novations and reach out and JV and hit those high, tight, type of deals that, most likely that you can either list or barely list, right? Or maybe they're just not, you got to get in and do an ovation, clean it up a little bit, and the seller doesn't have the money or don't want to mess with it and novate that deal and put it on the MLS and get it sold, right? So those things are cool. Well, usually it's reserved for only our mentees that we work with, but we've opened the door to 2025. So if you got deals you want to send down the wire, tight deals, juicy deals. I like the juicy ones that have at least 25, 30%. That's not even juicy. That's like tight, right? Of equity, 50, 60, 65 cents minus repairs. Beautiful all day long, depending on where they're at. Demographics too, right? Because you can buy stuff in, there are war zone buyers, right? We're not looking for the gutted properties either, right? So liking to be occupied and be able to get in and go fast, cosmetic, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, let's go. And get in, get out. Unless we're going to take it down, sub 2, cash flow it, then that's a wonderful thing. Anywhere in the United States of America. But right now we're hitting it hard in Southern California, Missouri, Ohio, and Texas, in the Texas Triangle. But definitely for Dallas, Fort Worth. And I believe it's San Antonio, hot little markets. If you got stuff out there, we'd love to take a look at it, send it our way. But tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to find those. You see, because Texas is not a disclosed state. How do you find those NODs? California is a disclosed state. We can disclose that stuff so people know everybody's information. And how do you work those? Is everybody working NODs? No. I have conversations with all kinds of people, right? Oh, everybody's working those. No, when I talk to people, no, I'm not doing those. No, I'm not doing those. No, I'm not doing those. Oh, I don't know. I'm not at that level yet. I haven't tried that yet. I haven't figured it out yet. Awesome. Awesome for us, right? Because we're the experts. It's very rare that you find people that understand, know how to talk to the bank, know how to work with the bank, know how to put those sub two deals together. Yes, we use trusts and all that other good stuff and awesome stuff that I'm going to share with you, which is proprietary information from our AHA Americans Helping Americans that we will share with you. We'll share those resources. Our resources become your resources, right? Our stories become your stories. So it's a beautiful, lovely thing, whether you're brand new or seasoned or you're a real estate agent or a broker, or you're a broker and you go, man, I'm launching this brokerage and I need to compete in my area. Well, call the creative real estate investing expert right here, DM, reach out to me, and I'll help you with your brokerage, right? I'll help you get the best of both worlds so you can dominate in your area and beat out the wholesalers, beat out the fix and flippers and all those people. I guarantee it, right? Just reach out. Be more than happy to help you out. All right, so Saturday training, be there or not. It's free. Not going to cost you a dime. Not charging you anything. VIP Execs Realty and Lending, Step into Excellence, powered by Amplive Media. That's our sponsor. Definitely, if you're looking to hang your license or you're looking to get the best of both worlds, public sector, private sector, real estate agent, listing, buying, investing, working with investors, then we're your jam. Or if you're thinking about getting your license, I want to get my license. Talk to several mentees that want to get their license and some that are coming aboard that are going, hey, I'm thinking about getting my license, or I got my license, right? And it's cool. And it's cool if they're like, yes, I talk to some that are either engineers or the IT people, and yeah, I'm getting my license, and hey, I got my license. They went and hung with a friend or something. I go, well, good luck to that, bro. Don't leave your day job, right? Or gal, don't leave your day job. You're gonna have a hard time, right? Because the first couple of years, you're struggling your ass off trying to figure out what agency do you want to go to, what brokerage do I want to go to. After they promised you training and all kinds of stuff, and if you gobble it up, you'll do fine. But if you don't, you're going to have a hard time because the broker's not there to train you, not there to mentor you. They're not there to do any of that shit. They got team leaders and they got people for that. And they got some training that they say is awesome, but it's older than shit or dirt, right? And there's brokerages out there like that. They're not doing, I'm telling you right now. There's a lot of wholesalers that know a lot more than real estate agents and some brokers I know, right? So, but there's also a lot of wholesalers that don't know jack diddly shit either, which makes it harder for the ones that want to do business in this space, right? So it's always going to be like that. It is what it is. But I say, hey, let's rock and roll anyway. So VIP Execs Realty and Lending, Step into Excellence. There'll be some, you can see the ticker down there. You go to Alley VIP, join the team if you're interested. And I want to say thank you as well for helping sponsoring this and other stuff, videos we put out and things that we do. All right, so the Amplive presents the American Mentee Program, Adjust, Adapt, or Perish. Scan that QR code. Okay? Probably going, what's it? Well, your guess is as good as mine because I didn't put that together. It's there, but I'm sure it's awesome. And if I approved it at one time, then it's probably something that you're not going to find anything. You're not going to find anything like it anywhere else. And if it is, and I go, oh my God, why is that out there? We'll still honor it, okay? That's what it's all about. Now, it's not all about, I've been reading this too, right? It's not all about like, I've been thinking about it for a while. The customer's always right. The customer's always right. But when you're doing this, it's not a customer, right? When you have a mentor or mentee or jumping into a program, it's not about a widget, right? And the reason I'm sharing this with you because I've experienced it before with people thinking this write a check. And then they treat your staff like shit, or they think that you're a widget, or they think that they're, even me, if I hired somebody, I'm respectful of their time. It's like an attorney. Here's a retainer. Give me your knowledge and help me, right? Coaching, mentoring. We all do it. But if you're not getting what you need, then you got to bitch a little bit, but still be respectful. You're not, they're human beings, right? The program's the program. That's what you paid for, but also their expertise to execute it and their staff. But there's people who think they just bought a car, they bought a widget, and I don't know. And I've dealt with crazy bipolar people and all kinds of other shit, right? It is part of the business. Even in real estate, when you're going to do deals, you'll find some of the funniest and craziest shit that just makes it awesome. There should be, I know there's reality shows, but they probably don't show the crazy shit or they make up shit, a lot of it, and put it out there, right? It's all nice and shiny and scripted, right? But the real shit is the real shit. And that's shit that you're probably not going to see. But it's good. It's good stuff, right? It's not too crazy. But there's some funny shit. Trust me, it just cracks me up all the time. Anyway, scan that QR code. Lock that in. That's for you just for watching today, I believe. If not, if there's a cost to it, then there's a cost. This is America, right? It's a capitalist country. All right, the art of the deal. That is our jam, right? And yes, call it whatever you want. It's been the art of the deal ever since I started in the real estate business, right? And it's no pun intended for anything, for administration or anything, if you understand what I'm saying. But it's the art of the deal. And the reason I said it's the art of the deal, because that was the most powerful thing that I took, was right here, that it's in your head. No one can take it from me unless they get to figuring that stuff out and extract shit out of your brain, right? We're not there yet, I don't think, right? What's that movie? What was it called? When it had that little thing and you look at it and it wipe out your memory. Now that'd be fucked up, right? The Men in Black. right? So this is, until that, really happens, they're not going to go around, blasting everybody's brains and stuff, right? But the bottom line is that it's in your head. Once you understand it, no one can take it away from you. You can use it and share it with your friends or your family or not. When I first got started, I didn't share it with anybody. People wanted to learn. People came into the office and wanted to see what's on the contract, see what's on the computer, understand and say, wanted me to share stuff with them. I said, no, you're hired as a runner. You're hired to lead generate. You're hired to collect checks. You're hired to go put up signs. That's it. Unless you work your way up and you want to become acquisitions or dispo, then I'll start sharing with you. But at the same token, you're trying to run a company. You got time to be training people. You want to get people that have somewhat of some skill sets. And that's kind of what we're doing here, right? With AHA, Americans Out, Americans Nap Live. Maybe you've been beat up a little bit. Maybe you have some skill sets. Maybe you know how to break down a deal. Maybe you know what to look for, but you're just having a hard time locking up deals or maybe negotiating the deals, or maybe it's just, finding the buyers or your private money for investing and all that good stuff, or maybe some things that you haven't heard of. And you're going, what am I missing here? What am I missing? I'm listening to the audios and the videos and the PDFs and the 3-hour Zoom calls and all this stuff, but there's some pieces that are not computing in my brain. Well, that means you need Americans Happen, Americans Nap Live. That's what we're here to do. That's what it's designed to do, is to plug in all the pieces of the puzzle that you do not see or don't recognize, because we're going to turn. It's like the puzzle. We got the puzzle and someone turned around the picture and you're trying to figure this shit out. We're going to turn the picture around and then we're going to help you build the puzzle until you get it. And we'll build it over and over and over and over and over and over, different types of puzzles as well, until you go, man, okay, aha moments. Subconscious to the trigger to the conscious mind. Muscle memory works the fastest. Trust me. You're going to spend 3 to 5 years spinning your wheels and trying to figure this all out. It's going to take you to different levels very quickly. I promise you that, as long as you show up to the party, okay? That is my promise to you. Scan the QR code. Lock in your one-on-one mentoring program. Spot. Share a little bit of this as some marketing that there's a QR code for the Creative Real Estate Domination Live Network, February 19th. Be there 7 p.m. on a Wednesday. Definitely lock it in. Let's chat and rock together. But here's some of the marketing. Yes, comes from our last company from the first cycle. Sort of the terms, right? I was talking to a gentleman, a cool guy. I believe he's going to help us write a book and all that good stuff, or put out some products and stuff. But yeah, he's been part of the era. He even got the Carlton Sheets program, like I did. And he knows, who the peeps were in the last cycle. Al Laurie, you got your Ron LeGrands, and even towards the cycle or towards the end, you had your Sean Terry's, and you had, the Clever Investor was around. Some other ones that are doing some other franchise stuff, right? There's a bunch of them out there. Okay, that's the little animals. But that's a little bit of history there for you. But yeah, no commissions. And yeah, it could be, there's typos. Who gives a shit, right? Let that shit roll. Let it be real, but still keep it clean, a little sexy. Americans Helping Americans, unique URL that goes to you. You fill out, we call it the mission to the submission. You got your phone there. No commissions, no closing costs, written guarantee within 24 to 72 hours or 24 to 48 hours on this one, right? I like 24 to 72 hours. You pay zero cost. Zero right there, Boink. Zero costs. Put this over here, Boink, so you can see my meat head. Zero cost, right? Never an upfront fee. Sell your house today. We have solutions. We can help, right? And here's a pro tip for you. A lot of people put in there, we'll pay all your closing costs. Who gives a shit? That's part of your tool that you should be delivering later, not now, right? That's like saying, here's my cards. Check it out. It's a tool that you'll use. Who wants to? If I don't have to pay closing costs in a deal, I'm not going to do it. But it is part of the jam with the flexibility and the leverage. You give me the price I need. You give me a little massage, some cash now, some cash later to the seller. And if I got to take it over the top, say, I'll take care of all your closing costs, right? It's going to be $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000. I'll take care of that. I'll take care of your IRS loan. I'll take care of your state and the HOA and the solar shit. As long as the equity's there to pay for it, I even make up your back payments and all that crazy stuff, right? So there's always a way, it's called the art of the deal, right? To negotiate something. Why give it for free? You think that's going to, no closing costs. Let me call. Who gives a shit, right? A lot of sellers don't even know the closing cost, big deal, or, it is. It could be up to 7-8%, right, of your cost of buying and selling a property. And if you're buying it once, then you got to put it on the market, and then you got to fix it up and then put it back on the market again. That shit starts adding up. Sellers don't understand that stuff unless you break it down to them. Remember, investor one, investor two. One doesn't do a very good job. Number two, clear as day. Maybe a little bit of, I don't understand this and that. Then we go over and massage it until they do freaking understand it and they do sign the contract, and then they move forward. Thank you very much for helping me. Beautiful, right? That's the goal. All right, so scan that. That's the Domination Live Networking Meetup again. I don't know what we got here, but I'm going to put it all on the table for you. All right, there's the Adjust, Adapt, Repair. So I already went through that one. AHA, Americans Helping Americans. There's a flagship real estate investment company. You can go there and become a VIP buyer, whether you need 1 deal or 100 deals. As long as you got the money and we got the deals, we'll rock and roll. We're looking for deals as well. So, hey, it's just the brand. You will piggyback if you come aboard and work with us. Piggyback on the national brand. And then, hey, we're going to help you build your brand, right? What is it? What is your brand, right? It could be whatever you want it to be. Whatever your LLC name is, or DBA, or what your mission statement is, and who you want to help and what you want to do and how you want your business to be perceived. We dig deep to figure that out with you and then help you launch it. Beautiful, lovely thing. Now AHA, Saving America and Americans across the United States of America. National company, private and secure. For an instant offer, our solution within 24, there it is, 72 hours, right? We call it the mission to the submission. It's right there, instant offer. That's the bit.ly link, which you can go to whatever that is right there, instant offer -cash, or you can just go to, I believe it's instant offer .amplive.tv. Good to go. All right, you're probably going, what? That don't make no sense. Well, that's what we have. You go there for an instant offer. Let me see what we got here. Just keep on rolling down here. Now I can share that one. Some more beautiful, sexy marketing that we'll do for you. This is for when you come aboard and work with us to help you get into the door. And we're going to give you some of this stuff. So if you want to show up on next Saturday, do some door knocking, some phone calls, and get out in there and start rocking and rolling with some sellers and things of that nature, then we're going to hand you some of this. We're going to hand you a full page Sell Your House Fast. Americans Helping Americans. Or maybe it's the half page. We buy houses, ugly ones too, right? You need some business cards and things of that nature. We even give you one of these. Where are they at? You show up, get your shirt, right? There it is, okay? Get you a shirt with the awesome Americans Helping Americans logo. Let me do this so you can actually see it. Boom. Americans Helping Americans logo. Then we got the powerful Amp Live Media on the arm right there, right? So show up to the party, get a shirt. Just show up for the shirt. Maybe some free grub, maybe some coffee. You're going to get some awesome knowledge that I guarantee you, if you ask enough questions, it'll blow your mind. You'll go, shit, this is awesome. Okay? Do that on purpose. We want you to come aboard and work with us exclusively for the one-on-one mentoring program. If not, bring us some juicy deals. At least we're on the same page and we're rocking and rolling, not having to do the pissing contest back and forth. They're going, hey, you know what? Just share the damn information I need so I can make an offer, right? Making it difficult. Some people do that. It is what it is, right? But at the same token, that's some of the marketing there that we'll give you when you're knocking on the door or talking to a seller, and boom, at least you understand, and we'll share that with you and how that works. We're fully prepared. So we have the laptops, man. We'll be ready to go at fucking, headquarters, like we're launching a rocket and stuff. Hey, what do we got over here? What do we got over here? This is what's going on. It'll be fun. We'll have fun. You're going to learn. We're going to lock up some deals. Let's go over here. You can see the background back there. I know you can't see it, but it is called Inform America. There it is. Boom. Inform America. Awesome. We're live on X right now as well, and several other platforms going live right here on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, X, Instagram, whatever we can go live on through this system and process right here we're doing. Through Inform America, that's our Made in America. Got it out there, and hit the Facebook or X group and all that good stuff. F-Book, we're on there as well. But just the introduction right here, key to home ownership. If you're wanting to buy a home, you're a millennial, you're 15, you're 18, 19, 20, 21, 26, 27 years old. Read it, say 15, because I got started when I was 15, 16 years old. I wanted to do real estate when I was 15, 16 years old, but I had hair up to here, right? And I wore leather and rock and roll, and and I talked my dad into giving me $500 to go hit my first seminar for real estate and I guess GSA auctions and all that crazy stuff, right? So that's when I figured out, I guess I have a little bit of something where I can negotiate and encourage, my dad to become my partner. But I didn't take it that far because I didn't, people after looking, I won't get into the whole thing, but I'll share the story with you on the actual seminar, and then their terms of service and the shit that I bought, right? and then on top of that, right, if it was what it was with the long hair and all that good stuff, say, hey, what was I thinking? People were going to buy properties from me. I was going to need my father, but he worked all the time, right? I needed his face, his adult face, right? I'll be the guy behind, like, the guy making the deals, right? I'll do all the paperwork and do all that good stuff. But, I had a career I wanted to fulfill as well, and shift gears. But I kept coming back, and it kept coming back because once you got the bug, it never leaves. Kept coming back, and then boom, shit happened. Ended up buying my first house, and then I got into real estate, and I started finding properties for other people, and then I started fixing and flipping and buying, whole and all that good stuff, and then boom, it is what it is. So Miss Elizabeth right there, scan that QR code, your key to home ownership. Okay, if you're a millennial, you want to buy a house, we'll help you, right? Whether it's a loan, FHA, whether it's multifamily, whether it's private money, whether it's sub 2, whether it's a lease option, we're gonna, at least you'll be in good hands because we're gonna help you negotiate that son of a bitch. Okay, so definitely reach out, and if you're looking for deals or you're looking just to list your house, a luxury property or whatever it may be, or a single family or a commercial property, definitely reach out. Our resources will be your resources because there's a couple of decades there. Use it to your advantage, as I say. That's a little picture. Register now. That is a 30-day challenge. You want to take advantage of that, go for it. If you see this in the video, like I said, fast forward back and forth. But specializing in pre-foreclosures, probates, single-family properties, multifamily, commercial, it doesn't matter, right? Lease options, assisted living, all that good stuff. Put it on the table. Lending as well. As it says, realty and lending, right? So if you're looking for private money, hard money, traditional loan, USDA, VA, commercial loans, jumbo loans, hard money, definitely. It's all the same stuff out there to a degree. I know they got some new stuff that's rolling. It was the last cycle people were doing transactional funding, right? And now it's coming back. A lot of the bigger brokerages, which I won't mention, are doing it. It's okay. It's cool. And it's kind of went through a phase of doing stuff. But I think it's better suited now than it was back then because you're going transactional to retail. Made it a pain in the ass. Not for me. Transactional to investor wholesale, better, right? And then let them do that and then go retail, right? Double, triple dip on a lot of this stuff. And I'll explain that maybe tomorrow if you got any questions. This is free for you. I don't think I have, maybe I do have this. I'll put it in here anyways. It's way down the road here with what we got going on here. I think it's right there. Boom. Yep. I'm going to put it in the chat. Take advantage of it if you can. Scan that QR code, get instant access to my free surfing for deals, training, and cheat sheets. Help you explode your phone and email and text with sellers that raising their hands saying, I need or want to sell. That's what you want. That's what Amp Live was based on. That's what Americans Helping Americans is based on. We're rocking and rolling deals. It was going, look, I need to work with sellers that raise their hand and say, I'm interested in selling. My goal is not to knock on doors, for one, or to freaking cold call. Not my thing. I want sellers calling to me, which creates leverage when they call me or answer an ad or answer something and press 1, 2, or 3 or whatever it is to get that information, and I can track it and then call them back because I know they raised their hand somehow, some way. Even if it's an F you, I'm not going to sell my house. Okay, but you're in pre-foreclosure. Or you reached out for a reason, right? That's cool for whatever reason. And maybe they changed their mind. Shit happens, right? But as long as they raise their hand for whatever it is, then you go work that lead, speed the lead, and present yourself. You're not going to knock them all out. You're not going to kill every freaking lead. You're not going to kill every appointment, right? It just is what it is. Deals are made and created, and yes, deals do fall onto your lap over a period of time by pushing volume. Easy peasy stuff. Okay, so scan that QR code for that. Definitely jump aboard and grab that. Here's my rock and rollness for you. Get deals done with the American Mentee Program, Creative Real Estate Investing. No, not sub 2. No, not just wholesaling. No, not just rent to own or lease options or assisted living or any of that shit. Creative real estate investing is all that shizzle badizzle, right? Okay, so definitely reach out. And there is no QR code for that, but it's been popping up and it's probably going to pop up again. One-on-one mentoring for real results, for real one-on-one mentoring. Sign up today. Don't miss out. Lock in your spot. We only got so many spots for February, and then we'll be done because we only can take on so many people to make sure that nobody falls through the cracks. And I will promise you this. You will never fall through the cracks as long as I am right at the helm, right? You're probably going to be to the point that shit. Be prepared to show up and rock, because if you don't, it's not going to be our fault. You know whose fault it's going to be. It's going to be yours, and you go, shit, all right, that's on me, right? So definitely take advantage of that. Here's my one more slide I got for you. It's called Sub 2 Fix and Flip, or Buy and Hold. Learn the best strategy for you. That is the essence of Americans Helping Americans and Amp Live, the American Mentee program, right? It's not just wholesaling. It's a module, right? That was my thing. We're not going to do modules, right? One module for this, one module for that. With the one-on-one mentoring, we're going to go through the target phase and building out what is going to be best for you. Maybe you want to wholesale first, right? But your first deal might be a sub 2 deal, might be a fix and flip, and maybe a wholesale deal, might be a freaking lease option. Wouldn't that be awesome? You know, well, how am I going to do that? Well, it doesn't matter, because we're going to be there to help you execute it. Can you imagine like pressing the button going, hey, there is the True Staples button, right? You bring it all in, you're going, hey, boink, I want to do that sub 2 deal. But you wouldn't know it's a sub 2 deal until after we're done, right? And we underwrite it. Go, hey, we can go wholesale, sub 2, we can go lease option, or maybe we can do some seller finance with the wrap. Which one do you want to do? Well, which one looks the best? We analyze and go, I'm going to go sub 2. All right, you press the Staples button, boom, we're going sub 2, right? And we're going to go in that direction to do what we need to do. Maybe it's a wholesale. Hey, this is wholesale. I want to go in that direction. So, well, I've been saying it for years. There's no fucking there's no Staples button. Well, guess what? I guess there is, right? Things change. You adapt, adjust, or you perish. You adjust and adapt, or you keep on rocking and rolling. That's my promise to you. Let's keep on rocking and rolling and wrap this up. And this video will be edited, monetized, and chopped up into shorts and all that good stuff. We have not done that before, but now 2024 and 25, that is the jam. That is the game. To get this out to as many people as possible and to do our part for our fellow Americans. All right, here's the juicy one. Now, you can scan that QR code right there to book some time with me, 15, 20, 30 minutes, I believe. If it goes longer, it goes longer. I don't have a little bell and I turn it on like, you know, those psychiatrists and all right, well, today is we're done here. We'll see you next week at blah, 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 blah. All right, we'll keep on rolling. If we're clicking, we're rolling. If we're not clicking, you know, it's just not a good fit. It might not even go 15 minutes, right? So it's all good on both sides, right? Maybe you don't like me. Maybe I don't like you. Maybe it's just bullshit at the end of the day, and it's just not going to flow. Or maybe it's like, bam, this is awesome. And you keep talking. You keep gobbling up knowledge. You keep on asking more questions. You keep on sharing stuff with me. And I go, man, this is a perfect fit. Let's rock. That's what it's about, right? Okay, so no cash, no credit, learn creative real estate investing. That's how I got started, right? Had no cash, small minimum amount cash, credit. Nope, didn't work, wasn't built up. Didn't have no corporate credit, any of that good stuff, right? And yes, I fell into creative real estate investing by accident. I fell into wholesaling by accident, by just doing, pursuing, moving forward, building, believing in myself. That's about it, right? I was going to say others, but there's nobody to believe in. There's nobody that was mentoring me. Nobody was willing to mentor me because I was too new and didn't have, you know, you're crazy. What are you talking about? You know, just bring me some deals, and make sure you understand how to break those deals down and don't waste my time. No problem. Okay. All right. So I learned it. You keep moving forward, right? You do what you need to do. 50, 60, 70, 80 hours. Not saying you got to do that. That's the beautiful thing with Amp Live, the American Mentee program. You don't have to. It can be part-time, 10 hours, 15 hours a week, 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day. I don't care. Just as long as you show up, we're gonna go warp speed. But I will say, we go as fast or as slow as you need to go. You don't have to go, oh man, I gotta go fast, gotta go. Don't get all stressed out. I just want, you're not gonna move forward anyways. I won't let you move forward unless you understand, digest what we're talking about. Because otherwise you're gonna get frustrated, just like you are or have been or are doing maybe now. Or done in the past, you know, man, I'm still watching these videos, still doing this and that, still trying to figure stuff out. If you're rocking and rolling, awesome. Maybe you want to take it to another level. Then Let's get together and take it to another level. Doesn't matter where you're at in the totem pole, right? Now, obviously, a totem pole is an Indian thing, right? Your totem pole, right? Boom, low, high. Anywhere on the totem pole where you're at, we'll work with you. Okay? If you can stump me, cool. It's not about trying to, like making it a game. Hey, can you stump me? Do you know more than me? Do I know more than you? That doesn't matter. What matters is that you show up, you have a heart, and you have some belief, and our cause and mission connects with what your goals are in life, what you're wanting to accomplish, and why. Those are important things to me, as well as my team that I work with here in AHA, Americans Help Americans, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time. Doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. Scan that QR code. Let's talk. Let's chat. If we're a good fit, we'll rock. If not, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You'll have my number. Reach out. I mean, I know I would. Even if it wasn't a good fit, I'd be going, man, I don't pick this guy's brain. Can I buy you lunch? That's what I did. Hey, can I buy you lunch? I got to pick your brain. I want to bring some stuff to the table. I want to rock and roll. I want your knowledge. I want to gobble it all up. Make it mine. So Sam Walton did with Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, right? It works. Read and gobble up that knowledge and take advantage of it, right? But without further ado, I'm going to wrap this up here. I do appreciate you watching this or watching, because I know people watch, because I talk to people in 6, 7, 8 months, a year later, go, oh, I'm ready now. Okay. I've been watching your videos forever. Well, fuck, you didn't tell me, you didn't say anything, you reach out. Hey, there's a thing called voyeurism. People just, they do what they do, right? It's okay, right? I want a sneak peek, look in, but I don't want to be sold. Hey, everything is selling. So let's rock. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it, right? Eliminate that fear. Kill that fear. You have to kill the freaking fear. Dominate. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's our human nature to do. And there's kindness, yes, and sympathy and empathy. We use it every day when we're working with sellers. You'll figure that out, right? And you got to control it, right? Because it is powerful stuff. And you got to make sure that you're doing the right thing. That's hard for people, right? Take a look at our current government or our past government of what happened, right? Greed does tremendous stuff. We just got to move forward and work things out. Make things happen. We're here to do that for you. That's our cause and mission, to help our fellow Americans across the United States of America. And AMP Live, the American Mentee Program, the only program of its kind. We train and mentor others across the United States of America. That's our cause and mission. Powered by AMP Live Media, a marketing, broadcasting, and I forgot the third part, right? I don't know why, but I did. It's one of those days, right? And VIP Execs Realty and Lending, step into excellence. I never forget that one, right? Because it's awesome and it's beautiful and it rocks. Okay, so Made in America. Let's get back to Made in America. Let's help you do your part for America and your family and your legacy, and to help out whatever dreams and aspirations that you have in line. Fire them up, refire them up. I'm here to help you embrace them, because if I'm helping you embrace those things, then I know that it's going to embrace what my cause and mission, our cause and mission is. And it's a mutual thing to do what we need to do to connect to the universe. In the name of Jesus Christ's name, amen. Rock and roll in all that you do. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Saturday training, free. And back for the Sunday sermon. I know it's Super Bowl, so I may not be back. I may roll a replay. I may just show up to rant and rave, because that's what Sunday sermon's all about, is for the rants and raves. So let's see what happens up until that day. And then Mindset Money Monday. Let me take a breather here, right? Mindset Money Monday. And then Tuesday, rocking and rolling in the field. Wellness Wednesday. Thursday, rocking and rolling in the field. And then back to Friday highlights like we are today. Scan that QR code. Let's rock. We'll talk to you soon.